What's up, guys? Welcome back to Steps to Survival. So a couple weeks ago I did a video called 8 Things to Do on Zoom, and people really enjoyed it. So this is part 2 of that video with 8 more things to do on Zoom with your friends so that you can have fun even during the quarantine. If you haven't seen the first video yet, go check that out. Otherwise, let's get into it. So the first idea is to have a bracket tournament on Zoom. This works really well for bigger groups if you like competitive games against each other. We did this at my school on Zoom. We played Scribble.io, which was in my previous Zoom video, but I'll link that again in this video. Basically, it's like a Pictionary game. So we had each class of the school played that game, and then we had a final Zoom call with everyone in the school, and they were watching the top 7 players play. So we kind of had this kind of bracket system, but you can figure out how it works best for you. You can pick a game like Scribble.io, 8-Ball Pool, some kind of multiplayer online game. You can look those up, just multiplayer online games, and then you can set up a bracket with your friends. Whoever is playing can share their screen. You can cheer on who you want to cheer on until it gets to the final 2, and then everyone on Zoom can watch these final 2 people play some kind of silly game together, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you like more competitive things. So the second idea is something that I haven't done, but someone from my school had this idea. Basically, it is to have a Wikipedia race. This is another competitive thing. The way it works is everyone goes on to the same Wikipedia page, and the goal of the game is to get from that Wikipedia page to some other Wikipedia page only by clicking the links that are within that specific Wikipedia page. So basically, maybe you start out with Australia, and you have to get to dog somehow. So you're just clicking links and trying to find pages that will have a connection to a dog so that you can find the dog Wikipedia page. Now, it might seem like this will take forever, but it's actually possible, and I think it would be a lot of fun to try with some of your friends. Just have this kind of competition on Wikipedia on Zoom, so you're talking at the same time, and you have that competitive spirit. So the next idea also works really well if you have a lot of people, and that is to have a talent show of some kind. So this can work really well for kids who want to show off their talents, but also adults if you just want to play some music and everyone goes around playing music that they can play or something else like that. This could be a really fun time, especially since everyone's at home and they haven't been able to share what they're good at in a long time. But now you can do some kind of talent show with singing or playing music, and that could be really fun, especially if you have a big group of people with a lot of talents. So the next idea might sound a little funny, but that is to do speed dating. Now, I don't mean like actual dating, but just the game speed dating, sort of. Basically, if you have a big group of people and you want to get to know some of the people better, you split up into breakout rooms on Zoom of 2 people each, and you have maybe a minute or 2 or 3 minutes to ask a certain question, and you just talk about that question, and then the host of the Zoom call brings everyone back, and then you go with a new person into a breakout room, and you ask a new question, and it just keeps going like this. The leader can bring all the questions and organize how that works, but that's just a really great way if you want to get to know people better, and you have a relatively large group of people, then you can do speed dating and go around, ask questions of people, and get to know people one-on-one better. So the next idea works really well for a smaller group, and that is to do a book club. This could also be like a movie club or some kind of other discussion, but basically, if it's a book club, you all read the same book, and then once a week or twice a week, however much you want, you meet on Zoom and you discuss that book. This is not something that people do very often, but I think it's actually super fun. For my English class, we always read a book together, and then on Zoom we've been discussing it every Wednesday, and I really enjoy that. So I think if you have friends who really enjoy reading, you can all pick a book and then meet on Zoom to discuss that book, and I think that's a really fun way to spend time, especially if you're bored during this quarantine. The next idea also works well if you have just a few people, and that is to cook something together. So basically, you can open up your Zoom call and all try to cook something together, bake something like that. This is fun if you like cooking and if you want to have a competition with some of your close friends on who can bake the best or something like that. It's just fun to be doing something like baking, but also have your friends there that you can talk with them, and it's fun to be doing that together even though you're separated by a distance. The next idea is similar to that, and that is to have some kind of creative competition. So something where you have to create something and it's a competition between your friends who can do it best. The idea that I had was, if you're really into painting and art, you can all do a Bob Ross video and paint along with it. So you can just go on Zoom, someone brings up the video, shares their screen or whatever, and then you all watch that video and you paint while you watch it, and then you compare paintings, see whose is the best. And I think that would be super fun, especially if you have a lot of artsy friends, and it can just be a fun time to paint together, but also have a little mini competition as well. You can find all sorts of creative things that you can create a competition around. Just whatever you and your friends enjoy doing, just make a little competition with something creative. The last idea is to organize a support group. What I mean by this is some kind of group that you meet with on a deeper level and you support each other, and there could be a few different ways that you do this. If you are a Christian or some other religion, you can have a Bible study or some kind of religious support group where you talk about stuff like that. Or if you're really into entrepreneurship and success, you could have a success group where you just bounce ideas off each other and you try to build your motivation, have accountability, be more productive, that kind of thing. So just find a support group. It could just be you and your friends, but usually you don't go deeper with your friends. Usually it's just more shallow things. So it would be cool to organize a group on Zoom and say, hey, this is a time when we're going to talk about deeper things, our feelings, stuff like that, and that's really going to help you to feel better. And it's not something a lot of people do, but I think that that will be very helpful to you. Anyway guys, those were my 8 ideas for things that you can do on Zoom. I hope this was helpful and that you got a lot out of it. Make sure you check out my first video if you haven't yet. I think it'll be there. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, I'm going to be doing more things that are like this. So stay tuned for more. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.